Hi Martin, I hope you're well. How's your week been?
Yeah, it's not too bad, thank you. Yourself?
Yeah, very well, thank you. Can we start with team news, please?
Yeah, the same as well as last game. Charlie Grant's now back in contention. She's now trained fully this week, so she's doing well up to now, and she'll be in contention for the weekend. So apart from that, well, as we were.
We thought a little bit about the FA Cup, of course, in FA Cup action on Monday evening. What's the FA Cup mean to you, the players and the club?
Yeah, it's a prestigious competition. It's something we want to go far in. It's something that the club has got to a final in already, and definitely to staff and players. It's an important competition, as I said, but it's important for us to make sure that we can go as far as we can. And if we want to be a successful team, we should want to be in the latter stages of these competitions.
Martin, of course, London City back in November, the away game was a very tough game, losing 4-2. A lot of changes have been made to this team, to their team. What sort of game are you expecting and what you made then this season?
Yeah, a tough one. Very good overall squad depth, a good blend of experience and youth, and I think they've grown. They've now got a new coach. They're playing slightly a different way now to what they have before. But I think in the games they've been in, Manchester United last weekend, and then before that when they played Manchester City and so on, they've been competitive in those games. So we know it's going to be tough, but we just have to turn up and apply ourselves, because the last game we played there, I thought we were very good with the ball, but defensively we wasn't great, and that's something we need to put right.
Martin, talking about last week, of course scoring 7 against Villa at Villa Park. Let's be fair and honest about it. It could have been double that. In the final third, you're exceptional. Talking about the defensive side of things, conceding 3. What have you been working on this week, and what's been the message to the players? Because I'm sure that you would have been very happy with that attacking performance.
Yeah, happy with the attacking performance. There's still areas we can be better. We can still grow in how we build up and how we approach that attacking third. There's still a lot of room for growth. As you said, there could have been a lot more. But I was just pleased that we were able to capitalise on a lot of those opportunities we got in the attacking third and mid to attacking third. We were very dynamic. And then this week we've made sure that we keep our feet grounded. One result like that doesn't make you a top team. Consistent results do. And we have to be able to deliver those ruthless performances with the ball every single week. And the defending side, as I said after the game, I don't want to concede 3 goals. We shouldn't be conceding 3 goals. We gifted them 2 of them. And if we do that at the top level, you've got to always outscore. And I don't want to have to be scoring more and more and more every single week just to outscore an opponent.
Can I just ask you about Tinker Tamberg? Of course, scored a brace last weekend. Has she been banging on your door asking to start this game against London City on Monday? Is she ready to start?
Yeah, and she hasn't. She thinks works hard and wears her heart on her sleeve. Loves Tottenham, loves Spurs. And just puts her head down. She's had some restriction on minutes in the last couple of games because of coming back from the injury she had, and to come on and score 2 goals, I think was signs of her quality, and we knew what she has. And I'm just delighted for her she got on the score sheet, because she's probably been waiting for that since the injury she had. So when we come to the end of the week, we'll decide what's right for the team and the game plan, and whatever that is, if that's Katinka in or Katinka not in, then I expect the same performance from her throughout the game.
Martin, lastly from me, the Spurs Women have received 5 nominations at this year's London Football Awards across 4 different categories, including one for you being shortlisted for Manager of the Year, the only manager from the WSL to be listed. You must be very proud. Yeah,
delighted in terms of to be recognised and nominated, but a lot of the work probably goes behind the scenes from the staff and the players behind me, and they do a lot more of the work than I do. I just have to start City as the head coach. I'm proud for everyone, because it's a collective. All the nominations are collective. We all play part of the team. We're all in a team sport, and I think it's good recognition for the players compared to maybe where we was previously. That their qualities and their skill set, but also their performances are being recognised.
Best of luck. Thanks, Martin.
Cheers, Chris. Thank you.
Jesse?
Hey Martin, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. I know you weren't part of the club when they made the FA Cup final, but I was wondering if you could talk at all about the sense you get from around the club about what that experience meant at the time.
Yeah, I think you can see obviously there's some of those medals in the building. people have spoken about it. People want to get there. They enjoyed the experience. It was a real sense of kind of growth from the club and from the team in those moments to get to that part. And they've done exceptionally well to get to that final, because it takes yourself to beat big teams along the way. And then the experience of being there as a head coach is something that you want to do. I've been there as an assistant coach with Manchester United, so I know what that feels like. But want to be there with this club and help this club achieve, it's dreams of, and more, it's accolades and honours of winning trophies. And the FA Cup is the prestigious one where you get to play at Wembley. And I think every member of staff, every player wants to be part of that when you play at Wembley. And we'll do everything we can to make sure we do.
And there have been reports that the FA might be looking at revamping the format of this competition next year and potentially having 4 teams seeded. I just wanted to get your thoughts on that and the way the competition works as it is.
Yeah, I think whatever. I'm not in a position to tell them how to run. I just about know how to run a football team, so I'm not in a position to tell them about the competition. But whatever they decide to do, you have to support it. They want to try and grow the competition and maybe adapt the competition in certain ways, then we'll respect that as a club and I'll respect that as a coach. And as long as it's fair for everyone in terms of throughout that, then that's all you ask for. And whatever the changes they decide to make, they make. I'm just the manager at Tottenham.
Amazing, thank you.
Cheers, Jesse, thank you.
Thanks, Jesse. Charlotte?
Hey, I wanted to check in that you've recovered from the excitement on Sunday, and now you've had a few days to kind of reflect on it. I just wanted to dig in more to what Chris was asking you, really. How do you reflect on a sort of chaotic game like that? Now you've sat back and done the analysis of it.
Yeah, you obviously have a lot of joy and a lot of enthusiasm from that. A lot of happiness, because I said it to the players that week. I said someone will be on the end of us scoring that many goals at some point, because we are creating a lot of chances. And once one goes in, usually 2, 3, 4 might follow that. Really happy, but there's still areas we can be better. It was probably one of the most complete we've had in the attacking third, but I wouldn't say back to front it was the most complete. There was still a lot of parts where we can be better and more influential with the ball. And we're still learning parts of the relationships on the pitch, new relationships, a total different way of playing, which they've adapted to really well. And I think we've started to really make clear foundations with that. And then off the ball, we have to be better, Charlotte, with our defending aspects. We don't want to be conceding 3 goals in a game, and we actually let them come back into the game when it was 3-1, and we give them that next goal, and that can change momentum. But I thought our response was very good to get another goal, another 2 goals ahead again. So happy, lots of joy, but then myself as a coach is always looking for ways we can be better.
Was Lisa Kopp a bit annoyed at 1 or 2 of the goals that got by her?
No,
on a personal level?
Yeah, maybe. We've discussed them as a collective in terms of as a team, in terms of as a group and as a team, what we think we can be better at, where we can stop it, because it doesn't just start and finish with Lisa. If it starts at the top end of the pitch, you defend from the front, and as a collective, do we allow them to get into those situations? Do we need to look at certain things? Do we not? But we can look at it in both ways. You can't put an individual finger on someone every single time, because if you look at it from Lisa's perspective, she saved us in numerous cup competitions from penalty shootouts. So, and in league games, she's done the same. So, it comes. Players will have performances they're not happy with, and they're not happy with. But also, I don't just look at the individual. I try to look at the team collective part. Why do we get into that position to do those things? And could we defend it better in certain moments? And I felt we could have done it collectively a lot better.
The Asian Cup squads have been announced. You're losing some key players in that. Claire Hahn, Tokoko, that's been the centre part of your defence. Are you worried about that going forward?
No, we have wonderful players in that position, and I made that clear before that we're not just going to bring anybody in at any point just to fill a gap for 3 weeks to 4 weeks of a season. I want people here that are going to add value and are going to be with us for the long term. And we have good enough players in there. Molly Barchup's still here. Jose can play there. Amanda Nilden can still play there. There's lots of players who can play in that position. And I have a lot of faith in the group. You lose Toko, Claire and Micah to that competition. But then that presents opportunity for other players to step in.
And just coming to Monday night, it's going to be live on the TV on TNT Sport. Are you excited to get your players in front of that kind of audience?
Yeah, of course. You want to make sure that, and the players definitely enjoy it. An evening kick-off, FA Cup, We know there can be swings and roundabouts with that, and it's against a good team at a good ground, and yeah, it's now broadcasted, so there's more publicity around it, and we just want to make sure we put on a good showcase, we apply ourselves correctly, we focus on ourselves, and if we do that, Charlotte, we give ourselves a chance of winning the game.
And do you like how that's been packaged, this competition? It's, it's on a par with the men's team in terms of TV, but also, it's behind a kind of paywall. Do you wish more people watch you like on a free-to-air channel?
Yeah, no, I think it's good that if it's on TNT and it's on free-to-air, whatever channel it's on, I would like people to tune in and watch us, especially the Tottenham fans, because they're the ones we play for, they're the ones we do the hard work for, and whatever they decide to do with the FA Cup, whatever broadcast deal they decide to go with, we have to respect because we can't control it, but anyone who's watching, we just need to make sure we put in a big performance for them.
Thanks so much, enjoy.
Cheers, Charlotte, thank you.
Helen?
Sorry, I was just on mute. Hi Martin, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Not too bad at all. So there were some interesting things that the Villa manager said after the game. She said that you were cruel. And I wondered, is that something like that you maybe changed in the way you play, in that the Spurs players have got that mentality now? That's something that you might use in the cup?
Yeah, I wouldn't say cruel because it's not a word I like it, but I'd say ruthless. We're a little bit more ruthless and we have a bit more edge, Helen, about us. I think we're willing to do the work that maybe we haven't wanted to do before. We have a little bit more bite about us and a little bit more spite in certain parts, which you have to have, because then you become harder to play against. And I think having another coach say that maybe gives you and speaks about where we've come from as a team and where we're going. And there's still lots of work to go in that, but I think we were in the game. We were spiteful and ruthless with what we done. But there's still large areas, as I've said before, that we can be better at.
When I speak to Ed Maestra, which I'll be doing tomorrow morning about playing against you, he says similar things about trying to make the players forget that they know all these ones. They've got Kumagai. They've got players who know your players really well.
Yeah.
They have to kind of put that aside. And I wonder how you kind of get them to do that, because that is what he's trying to do with his players.
Yeah, I think you have to try and change. Yeah, one another, but I think we play against each other. A lot of players play against each other, Helen, week in, week out, and season on season. And going into this game, that's no different. The players will know one another, whether that's through playing with each other at clubs, playing with each other nationally. But we just have to remove that kind of, for that 90 minutes, that 120 minutes, whatever it is, we have to remove that kind of friendship and make sure that we're competitors for that time. And if we do that, and we will do that, we'll make sure that we give ourselves a chance to win it. If we go in too friendly, then we'll be too nice and you don't give yourself a chance of getting the result.
The last one from me is, watching LCL quite a bit this season, people like Freya Godfrey have been immensely impressive. I think she might be the most improved English player there is, to be honest. So I don't know where you see the dangers after them and how you can counteract that.
Yeah, definitely. I think Freya's been a player that's definitely, since she's gone to London City, she's definitely shone, and she's been a very, very key player and valuable player within their team. She contributes to a lot of their goals. You've seen the assist she got for Nikita Paris on the weekend. And they've got lots of dangerous players and wonderful players in their team now. They've invested heavily and they now have really good attacking threats. But yeah, Freya's probably one of those players who we know can open us up, and she did when we played them last time. I think she got player of the match last time against us. She cut inside and scored, and I think we have to make sure that we nullify those threats as much as possible, as well as Freya, as well as other players. And if we do that, we give ourselves a chance, Helen, but we're under no illusion it's going to be a tough game.
Brilliant, thanks. Good luck on Monday.
Thank you.
Thanks, Helen. Tom Gary.
Hi, Martin. Nice to speak to you.
How are you?
I'm well, thank you. Yeah. I just wanted to ask a bit about maybe the opportunity that's with Spurs this season, in the sense of you're really competitive in the league at the minute, and we have a history in this cup where I think 8 of the last 9 seasons it's been won by either Chelsea or Man City. I think you're about 13 years until somebody other than the top 4 won it back in 2012. I'm just, how kind of aware are you of that kind of, maybe the opportunity to try and upset the apple cart a little bit with the competitive side that you've got?
Yeah, you want to. You want to be amongst it. You want to make sure that you get to those latter stages, Tom, of the competition, and we want to make sure that it's not just seen as you said, it's a team out the top 4 has always kind of won it over the last period, if you want to say, and we need to make sure that we can upset that. And but it starts with the game against London City. We can't think too far ahead. If we think too far ahead, we'll probably come up short. And London City is a difficult task ahead of us as it is, and whatever it presents after that, if we get through, then we'll focus on that. But for now, it's London City, but we want to be amongst it. We don't want to just be here just to take part. We want to make sure that we can be successful and get ourselves through to the final.
Yeah, and on London City, I'm just curious, do you see it as like a London derby per se? I know they're training over in Kent and they're playing in Bromley normally, and they're new, of course, as well. But I'm just, does it feel like a kind of London rivalry in any way?
I don't know. Chris will probably tell me more from being a deep Spurs fan. I don't know if it is or not, but I think any London team you play against, you want to win because it's more bragging rights for the city. And so if we see it as a derby or not, we see it as not a derby. It'll be some sort of derby in some sort of way because it's within London. But we just try and take that emotion away from it and that intention away from it and give ourselves the best chance by performing. And if we do that, I believe we can get a result.
Thanks. Wish you all the best for Monday night.
Cheers, Tom. Thank you.